Right folks, I'm back, part 3, hopefully this is going to work a bit better. I made the mistake of trying to run Kali on bare minimum amount of RAM and it just completely, crashed on me. So, let's try that again. Same process, multi-handler. We're back in Metasploit, multi-handler. That says we're going to set the payload at PHP interpreter reverse underscore TCP. There we go, show options. Going to set the L host, which is our IP address, which is 102, set L port and the 4444. Going to exploit that, and that's just listening right now. We've got this uploaded to the website. We're going to take this, copy that. Again, you can just browse to this in the web browser, but I'm going to do it on this way so you can see it as it goes in. Right, as I type this in, I'm typing this in here. Once I hit return, watch the yellow text on the left. See that? Interpreter session 1 opened. We've now opened a interpreter session. We've now got in the machine. So we're going to get a shell. Who am I? We are Damon. Let's find out what we're working with. Uname A. Linux. Ubuntu. Let's cd to the directory. Okay. So, again, if you don't know where to go through, by all means, just do your investigate and see where you've got access to and go hunting. Again, I'm trying to keep this relatively on point, so the directory we're going to go to is to home. We can get in there, and we're going to ls. We can go cd into robot, ls, and again, we've got key2of3.txt as well as the password.raw-md5. That is in the robot folder. So, can we cat them? Let's have a look. You're going to find out here, unfortunately, no. Permission denied, don't have access. What about the password? Got this robot with this, what looks like a hash function. Well, it is a hash function because the clue is that it's an MD5. MD5 is a hashing algorithm, it's message digest 5. Now, if you want to get the actual plain text, this password, MD5 isn't really the most secure. You can actually get it by using rainbow tables and password cracking tools. A good website to go to is CrackStation. Type in that code, use the MD5 and it can reverse it actually, which you shouldn't be able to do with hashes, but it's not very secure. MD5, and you can get it. So that's what you do. Unfortunately, the way I've actually constructed this virtual environment with all these machines is that they're not connected to the internet. So sadly, I can't actually do it for the purpose of this video, is to go to CrackStation and pop that in. If you want to do it, to prove that I'm actually telling you the truth, then go and do that then. On my word, I will tell you that it resolves to being the alphabet. It's A, B, C, D right through to X, Y, Z. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to use that to log in as robot. So we're going to substitute user, robot. Watch the problem though. Must be run from a terminal. So we don't have access to a TTY terminal. How are we going to get that? Let's try this neat little trick. If you've not seen this before, put it in your back pocket because it can save you a fair few times. Import pty. It's a Python script. And we're going to do is pty.spawn. And we are going to bracket that up. Bin sh, and we'll close the bracket and hopefully we'll get our terminal. There we go. Substitute user, robot. Now we can put the password in ABCD. That's us. Who am I? We're now robot. So we'll go to home directory, cd home, ls, cd robot, ls, cat key. Now that is the actual password. Not password, that's the actual key. So we've got key, and we've got key 1, we've got key 2 now. But it does say key 2 of 3, so it's fair to assume that there is one more key in the puzzle still to go. So, let's go to the home directory again, or rather root directory, should I say. And you can go through this and investigate where you can get in and where you've got access to. Where I'm going to go, and it's a good educated guess generally, is the root directory. That's high permission directory. You need to get in there. And can we actually get in there? Let's have a look. Nope. Permission denied. So we essentially need to get escalated privileges, privesc, to get into that root folder. Now, how are we going to do that? A good way to do it might be to find a program which can run as root and find it where the SUID bit is set. Now, essentially, the SUID, how would you explain this? It's a kind of Unix way of allowing a command to be run as another user, but without having to actually provide the credentials for that user. That's a kind of simplified version way of saying it. So if the bit is set, we can basically run effectively with owner permissions. So how would we find those kind of programs? Let's have a little look. I'm going to try to find user root perm 4000 and let's print that. Okay, you'll notice that going through all this, a really interesting one, if you go up, which we don't have, which all these are denied, but ones that we do have access to are user local bin nmap. Now, nmap did have an older version which had interactive mode, and in interactive mode you could actually execute commands, shell commands from there. So let's see if we can get into that. We'll do nmap, see if we can get to it. Right. And we'll see what version we're working with. Version 3.81, that's an old version. So let's do help up, rather nmap. Let's go into interactive mode, should I say, first. Welcome to interactive mode, and let's push help. Let's full screen that. Right. The interesting part is this one. See this here? The shebang, the exclamation mark. That will allow you to run shell commands given in the foreground. So let's do exclamation mark, and let's pop a shell sh. Fingers crossed this works. Who am I? We are root. cd root ls cd root ls cat key cat key 3 of 3.txt, and that's the final key. So I've got we've got key 1, we've got key 2 and key 3, and that is literally the Mr. Robot box. Again, if you want to do this, by all means, go through every little rabbit hole which leads you nowhere. It's all of a kind of a good learning curve. I tried to keep it on point as much as I can, and pretty much, yeah, that's the box done. Hopefully I'll do more pretty soon, and well, that's it. I'll see you soon.